Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Seiko SARB037. And the SARB037 is basically the SARB033 and 035, except it has a JDM exclusive salmon dial. Oh, beautiful guys. And as you guys can imagine, getting a JDM exclusive is extremely difficult, so there are many on the market which have a modified dial. There was a company that made modified dials for this watch, and they look exactly like the 037, so that is the best bet, because as you can imagine, a limited edition salmon dial of this type of watch is extremely expensive and extremely sought after. So typically this watch retailed for about $470, maybe $500, and I think the gray market value of this particular watch was around $3,000 the last time I checked. Could even be higher now. I think I've seen one listed for $5,000, which is ridiculous in my book, but you know, when you really want something, you know, demand and hype speaks for the price. So as you guys can see, I mean, this thing is just beautiful. The dial, the color is just spectacular. It matches the style of the watch so well, and it makes it look so elegant and so nice. It's very sporty and very dressy at the same time. It's like the perfect mixture, and that dial color kind of adds to either effect, you know? It's not your typical black or white dial color like the 033 and 035. It just has a lot to offer, and it's so versatile. You wear something like this, it's very unique. I mean, I've been wearing this for a while now, and I can say I've gotten compliments from everyone. I've even had people ask if it's a Rolex, because the dial is such a unique color. It makes the watch look much more expensive than its original cost is, and I think that's just spectacular. So you get the same bracelet as the other two watches, same case. The handset has black lines on it, just like the 035 has. You have the same movement, 6R15, pretty good movement. I have heard horror stories that some are very bad at keeping time. Thankfully, mine has been pretty spot on and hasn't really lost much time, if any, so it's been very accurate for me. You can get these tuned and adjusted, but that will cost you a pretty significant amount. After they are tuned and adjusted though, they should be very accurate. So they do have the ability to be top class. Unfortunately, Seiko does not tune them to that spec from factory, but you do get lucky, and some of these movements are actually doing well above their rated accuracy, which is impressive. And you do get that see-through display case back to see the movement in the back, and really cool. Very nice bracelet. Some people don't like it and they're not such a huge fan. I think it's actually really nice, kind of like an oyster style. You have solid end links. It's very solid feeling, very nice quality. Feels like a higher end watch than it really is. I really like that about it. I think it really stands out. I have my 033 and 035 here with me, and you can just see how much more beautiful the 037 looks compared to the other two. And the other two are very nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with that rich black color and a very elegant cream off-white color, but the black and white dials just don't do the same justice that the salmon dial does. I mean, it's just a different type of watch. Like, I think you can live with just a 037, but if you have just a 033 or just a 035, you're either longing for the other, for one of these. And the reason for that is the black looks good, but it's not as versatile with light colored wardrobes, and the white looks good, but it's not too versatile with dark colored wardrobes, whereas the salmon is kind of in between and just goes with everything. Ideally, you would want at least two of these. Even one is nice, but as far as people that really like to match their outfits, I would go for at least two of these. Either get these two, or just a 33 and 35. Of course, if you're blessed enough to find all three for a good price, I would definitely pounce on all three. Spectacular watches, nonetheless. All right, let's get it on wrist and see how it fits. There it is on wrist, and it is just beautiful. What can I say? I mean, it fits perfectly. So this is a watch that I've always praised about its dimensions. I mean, 38mm diameter on the case. It's just a beautiful size, and it fits my 6.5 inch wrist perfectly. It could be a sporty watch. It could also be a dress watch. I could dress it up with a suit, maybe not with a tuxedo, but hey, these days you can kind of get away with anything. I think this is the perfect size. It's the perfect color. It just exudes class and uniqueness, and I just really love it, guys. It kind of reminds me of the Grand Seiko SPGA 413, which is the cherry blossom dial. This one has more pink to it, which I actually like, because sometimes I think the cherry blossom is a little too light, and it just looks like a silvery dial with a slight shimmer of pink, which might be cool for some of you that are a little more conservative. I really love the salmon dial, and it's not bright in your face pink either. It's the shade of salmon, which is just enough to be unique without being a little too out there. I've heard some people call this like a champagne dial. I do kind of see that color as well. I mean, it's a Seiko, so like all Seiko dials, depending depending on the light, it will look like a totally different color. It has many shades and it's just so beautiful. So for me, this kind of works dimension wise and color wise even better than the Grand Seiko, which is a much more expensive and higher end watch. There's just something about this that's so unique, so perfect, that it kind of looks better than watches that are much more expensive than it. And that's another reason that goes to prove that Seiko is a brand which can fit in any budget, yet can satisfy people that have almost no budget. Just spectacular. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll have some more cool and exciting watches for you guys. See you next time.